of the low ground teams kind of taking out floors right underneath it, and they'll pretty much catch like Skite, who's on the back end, who's trying to do his best to kind of beam people, as we're seeing up a nice shockwave play. And that is the time that Sundown was talking about, just taking that little bit of time to kind of get you all together. But it doesn't matter, the rest of the lobby saw that trajectory, and Skite taken down. We saw a quick revive with CRR. I don't know if Trainhard Trio is going to be able to pick up Skite in this chaos. And look at it, Monster. The chaos is kind of breaking all out everywhere.
Yeah, this is not looking very good for them. Definitely losing a member here, as Letwick is going to fall there in defeat as well. So all of a sudden now players are dropping. This is where the most players do fall, though. This is that second wave that comes crashing on in. It hits the shores. It hits it hard as well. So if you're not sticking hip to hip with your teammates, it's not going to be looking very good. As Sunyayan here is trying to make his rotate. Mappy's on the only one up here, as Left Eye is no longer in the game. Okay, but they are still with one another. It's not looking too hot, though. He has to back up.
Oh
wow, it's going to actually favor back, so a little bit of luck here.
Yes, yes, and this is the scary moments as a trio, is when you separate. It's, I don't know, if you ever got lost as a kid, it's probably the scariest thing. You look behind and they're gone, and their trio mate is gone, but now Fayen has to do it all by himself, as Mappy is still barely holding on. Look at it, just a sliver of HP. The cabbages will be the play, and no doubt
he gets
somewhere.
Edited down.
Oh, see, you gotta watch out. You're at the main ground, you can get edited down just like that.
Such an unfortunate circumstance there. The most healthy on the team. We saw how weak his teammate was. It's not looking too hot. On high ground, though, Stepter manages to use that sniper opening and then concludes or continues to hold it out. So they had that little bit of zone favor, and they take full advantage of it. And now it's Light and Stepter on height. Here's Tree and H down on the low ground now. 3 eliminations, the follow-up, a big pump there as well. And Squeezier's doing just that too. So we have a full trio up on the top camera box. We have a trio that looks like they're falling apart here, but the Elims racking on in.
And it is Squeeze on your top right that has the opportunity to overtake first place, being held by Hin, Patrick, and Deceptos. So that's going to be the story on your top right. On the bottom, it's Train Hard sitting on the low ground. There are only just 2 of them. It's Yasuo and Falconry trying to hold on for Skite. But on the high on your left side, it is Scram, who's kind of just sneaking away. Maybe he takes it. Yes, Scram does have it, but he is... Oh, is that Restguard? No, it's Squeeze challenging Scram. The battle for height is on as the storm pushes back.
Yeah, the battle for height definitely commences. Scram's going to get punished. He has to go down, and now Squeezer manages to keep the height. Crash pads being the key to success here, and it's his. You can see it there now. Pressure, he can do what he will with it. Another crash pad across here now, and yes, he can continue to hold out high ground. Someone's here. We know that's probably Scram. No, it was Blackie coming out the storm line. That Siphon's going to work out. He doesn't even need to thirst it, not at all. He's going to let it sit there so that he can get that heal later into the game now. This is all, again, falling in their favor. This is the first place run now to take the lead here as the cumulative points for the day 2 format. What a way to end out, or at least continue strong in the back portion of the games now. 8 eliminations.
And just showing how strong of a player you need to be if you want to hold on to height. As all the way up there is Giannis, as Squeeze is doing such a good damage right there, and below is Analix. We're seeing a strong trio now just buzzing the way through all the way to the ultimate low ground. 200 pump goes down. It's just a matter of moments. Cooler ZQ goes down. The only thing is up is Train Hard's members only doing their best.
Is still up.
Yes, and there it is, the most decorative trio that we have. A solo champion, a duo champion, walking away with the Victory Royale, and Monster, that is the second Victory Royale that they got today.
Wherever we go in finals, you need to be careful. Wherever we show up in heats, you need to watch out. You see they're the only trio here in week number 3, day number 2, to walk away with the 200 plus points. They are feeling so strong, but again, it's the top 15 that will be moving on through.
So they took that first place slot, but something that we obviously saw right there, that last Victory Royale picked up by Umblify, ADN, and Matzo. Before this, they were actually 8th. So they've managed to go from 8th all the way up to 2nd with a 10 elimination Victory Royale. So very, very impressive from them.
And Robab, ZQ, and Blackie actually end up pulling through, somewhat almost teetering off, but after that last game, 150 total points over the 2 days, 7th place overall, and they lock it in, along with Mappy, Finyayan, and Left Eye, Skite, Yaxo, and Falconly, 3 now trios that were not qualified before, took week number 3 by storm, and locked it all in.
Ooh, and you can see in our 15th spot, Lucia, Legendary, and Reazure, the team who we looked at in our previous package, just managed to get that last slot there. They were one of the people who were teetering on the edge, and they've managed to hit that qualification up in that last game. They got 8th with 3 eliminations, so really, really good job for them to actually manage to clutch up when it matters and actually pull it off.
Want to be. Oh no, though.
Oh,
Big
no.
fire waves coming in. He's going to take a lot of damage. He has to get out. Yeah. Goes the wrong way,
He had
but I guess.
He had to
the
panic
zone comes.
shockwave out. It's so rough, but it is a situation here where the builds are on fire. That's 10 damage a second they end up doing. It's crazy how the fire mechanic has changed things up. And with the Doom's Mythical Bomb being, disabled this week, without gas cans either, was that a Firefly? Like, why was there fire damage? But it's enough to really upset Pledge's game here. And now he has to go big. Saf has fallen down here. Creo and Kanata are still in this, though. So even though they lost Bucky, there's so many, like you said, Monster, solos, duos, trying to do big things to finish off the NA East. Can they get some of that prize pool at the top, or can they get the valuable qual spot? Because it's almost arguably more important than the money.
Ooh, he's going to find Mirror on the rotate there. They need 10 points. He's making it that much closer now. Remember, placement points, they're close to that as well. It's almost a top 15 situation here. Pledge might just be able to clutch it. No, as I speak it into existence, he gets taken out. Edgy, Scented, and Commandment roll right through him, and that's going to be the end of their qualification run. First place team getting fed up with eliminations here. 4 already, more distance put between the pack.
And some goes down just inside top 15. So was that enough to hold their top 15 overall? Maybe, as we see a team on high ground. I didn't expect to see visuals of 5GX going up right now, but Riversun, Dubs, and Mega are having none of that. The shockwaves come out. They're breaking the whole thing down, but that brings the closest down to their level. And this zone is pushing towards Stark Mountain, Monster. I think it's actually going to go at least half up Stark Mountain. All these teams need to start scrambling. Oliver OG, you have to get up. If you don't make your way up right now and it keeps going, you're going to end. That's it. Your NA East tournament will be over. They have to get on top of this mountain now.
Yeah, they definitely got to get up as Acorn gets harpooned 3 times in a row. Had to throw that out there. That was just ridiculous happening in the low ground. The fight, it's scrappy down there. Scented and Commandment are down there too. Lucky for them, it is going to go back. It keeps them alive for a little bit longer. Remember, this is a run for first place right now. We're watching Bucky, Creo, Kanata. Literally, Bucky's down right now, but they're trying to clutch up. Both only have 2-man teams up. And remember, everyone else is pretty much in shambles here this late in the game. Who is going to take first place? That's what's on the line right now, Ozzy.
This is anyone's game. Riversun, Dubs, and Mega, we've seen them on high ground once before this, and they won the game. They need that same consistency. They have the trios advantage right now. They have the numbers advantage, but they're working their way down right now. But you've got some big names in this, and I'm seeing some big pumps. Commandment taking a player out there on the low ground. Dubs is going up a little bit now, trying to get on top of this team. Mega, Riversun here do something. Kanata takes down Clarity G. Creo might be able to go down there and finish it off. Gets the harpoon. He's trying to stay off that old time. Looks like he has no choice. The 100 tag from Kanata as well. Commandment takes someone down. There is just too much happening, Monster.
So many elims. I'm just going to start crossing them off the list as they drop one after another. Commandment, literally, this is where he does it. High ground is definitely... That's a bad fight going on right there. Fall damage going on every which way. Here goes Kanata in another box fight. Looking to harpoon a player down. Can he get the catch here? Commandment's just nearby as well. He hears this. That's his floorboard. They're out of mats. They jump down. They go against one another. Kanata falls by Kanata, by Commandment. Who else is left here? There's only 3 players.
It's Scented versus Kanata versus Pose. Pose has the advantage somehow after all this. Kanata does this 1v1. They're toe-to-toe. The shotgun comes out. Kanata has that purple pump. Is it going to be enough? He shockwaves up. Can he shockwave Kanata out? He can't. But Kanata is so low. He doesn't have the health advantage. We have to see this. Kanata, the solo clutch specialist. Can he pull something off with the purple pump? And he does. He takes down Pose. He had nothing left to his name. Next to no health, no shield, no build.
Edgy and Scented, they've never been overtaken for first place when they've gone into a final game with a lead. And this is dating all the way back to Season X when they were still over in NA West. Like, I don't understand. I thought I had seen the high end of skill today coming out from Zayt and Saf and Stretch. But Commandment, Scented, and Edgy came in today so hot, especially after a performance yesterday that was kind of lackluster. But they said, guys, why have you forgotten us? Why do you not respect us? I am so sorry, boys. I am so sorry I dropped the ball there.
No, absolutely. But in terms of like them staying in top 4 and having that fighting attitude towards the very end, they go kind of undetected game after game, being so consistent. We noticed those big rises, those huge falls down each game. You know, a top trio maybe taken out in 17th. These guys are just consistent, and because of that, seeing them come in second over and over, they fly by the radar, but at the very end of it, they're still fighting through and come in first place. Congrats to them.
They actually started the day in 5th, 50 points behind. And so 50 points behind, and they managed to hugely catch up there, obviously finishing off with 2 huge victory royales in a, well, this second and third game was 2 huge victory royales, my apologies, and just some very, very consistent games overall, allowing them to pick up that first place slot.
Yep, Gabe, Tahi, and Sprite, Zoom, Skittles, Ronaldo, Niddle, Mikey, Clarity G, Pgod, Elige, and Jelty are 4 of those non-qual teams that get to roll in on this cumulative kind of 2-day format